Good evening and hello. This is Nigel Jojo Bach on the back deck as it's starting to rain. You can probably hear it. To the side, you can probably hear the raindrops falling on the metal dog shit can. So I only got one other person in here besides me. Is it you?
No.
Oh. So today was the day. Um, the dogs were a little sassy, but I did do a lot of work. Actually, you know what though? It won't play. I was gonna show you some footage I filmed the other night. Hello, Mark. Mark's in here. Mark's in here, everyone. All two of you. All three of us. So I'm going to give this a couple minutes for some people to filter into the room, and then I'll read you an excerpt from Bad Ben, the novel. Can you hear the rain? Is it peaceful to you there? That's what I'm trying to do. I have a black t-shirt on tonight, so I look like a head and two chalk stick arms. Ugh. Not everybody can be a male model. Holly, how you doing over there?
My ass hurts.
Holly's ass hurts, everyone. She earlier was talking about wishing she had someone to rub it. So things took a bit of a strange turn. The rain is making you tired. Are you hearing our rain, or are you having rain where you're at? It was the most magnificent sunset. Even though we can't see the sunset, the sky turned actually golden because of the rain clouds and everything. Hey, Les. And
Hi, Les.
I now have one person in here. It's Les, I think. Or this doesn't make sense. Les says hi, and Mark says hi at the same time. And it showed one person in the room. Now it shows two. Anyway, what I'm going to do here in a couple minutes, Les says hi, ha. What I'm going to do here in a few minutes is read a short excerpt. Well, most of chapter 1 of Bad Ben the novel. So hang with me if you would. I only have two people in here, Les and Mark. Now there's three. Holy cow, we just went up by... What? What?
No. Sorry, I saw something gross.
What?
Cottage cheese and mustard with sausage.
Cottage cheese and mustard with sausage garnered that reaction?
Yes, I hate cottage cheese with a passion.
When I was a kid, my mother used to, every Friday night, we had Ilio's Pizza. You know, the rectangular square that broke into 3 pieces. And they'd always somehow, like, you know, doctor it up with like hot peppers or some grated cheese. It was always great. I always thought it was so like high class. And but once in a while, we would have Ilio's Pizza for dinner. And my mother had this thing of putting pineapple on cottage cheese on like a piece of lettuce. And that was mainly for her because the kids never ate it. So anyway, I'll give it. There's only 3 people in here. There were 4. If I get up a couple, I'll give it a couple minutes to get some people in here. If they don't, I've obviously begun to bore them. So, but we'll see what happens.
Did you know that there is a microwave that's $2,500?
A $2,500 microwave. I bet you the first one for a house was like 25 grand.
It's got a drawer and it sucks it in.
You mean you put the food in, it sucks it in?
It looks like, you know, you put it on a plate and then you hit a button and it sucks it in and the door closes automatically. $2,500.
$2,500 microwave. I think Our one over the stove costs more, but that one in the corner that we use all the time, I think that one costs like $119 at Walmart. So it was a little bit humid today, but it was like 79. It was a lot warmer, a lot cooler than yesterday. And tomorrow, hello, Ms. Fernandez. Tomorrow, it's supposed to be 12 degrees warmer. So if it was 79 here today, 12 degrees warmer would mean 91. It's not going to be 91 tomorrow. Les says good morning to Ms. Fernandez. Everybody's just so. That is an extravagance and an expensive microwave. So it's nice how the Benites come in and say hi to each other. That's Holly over there screaming. The Viking is here, Nick. Saturday night at 10 o'clock, I'm going to play Bad Ben. And Scott's been invited. I think he's coming. I'll make an announcement tomorrow so you guys can schedule it. And even Mrs. Holly, it's up to her if she wants to come down for that one or she wants to come the one Scott doesn't come so the dogs can come. But anyway, here, I am going to read to you all an excerpt. We got 7 loyal fans in here now. It'll grow. But I'm going to read an excerpt to you from Bad Ben, the novel. And I want your opinion on what you think about it so far. Now, one of the things to keep in mind is, although I have written a book before, I'm far from a professional author. And I tend to write more like I would say Stephen King. Now, that's insinuating he's not a professional author, which he obviously is.
Stream of conscience.
What?
And descriptive.
He's stream of conscience and descriptive, whatever freaking weed she's smoking. But
excuse me.
No, it's just I write like people tend to talk and how I think. So I don't know if this thing is displaying the right numbers or not, because now it says I've got 3 people in here. I think that's low. But anyway, here goes. Chapter 1. Congratulations, Tom, the title clerk, a small, elfish-looking woman said, extending her hand. In a swift motion, Tom wiped his sweaty palm on his pant leg, then reached out, his hand awkwardly wrapping around hers. He then realized she was merely handing him a house key, not attempting to shake his hand. Thank you, he said, taking the key from her. He stared at the single gold key with a blank tag attached. This is all I get for $180,000? He asked, trying to be funny. She smiled a courteous smile, but said nothing as she pulled the settlement file up tight against her chest. Suddenly, a loud clap of thunder could be heard, and the whole building shook, causing Tom to turn and look out the window. Wasn't it supposed to be sunny today? He asked, and turned back into the room to see he was now alone. It was like she couldn't get away from him fast enough. The ride to the home he just purchased after the winning bid at a sheriff's sale was a short one made longer by the unexpected downpour. He was both excited and nervous. At 50 years old, this was the first home he ever purchased, and he spent nearly every cent he had on it. He barely had enough money left to make his next car payment. His plan was not to live there, however, but to make any necessary repairs and hopefully flip it for a quick profit. From the research he did using nearby comparable real estate transactions on similar homes, he was getting the house for steal at 1/3 market value. Hopefully, it wouldn't require too much work. He hadn't even seen the inside of the house. When you buy a house at a sheriff's sale, you can walk around the exterior, but you cannot enter it. Individuals take a risk not knowing what they will find inside. In many cases, a bank-owned home was in poor condition as the previous owner that couldn't pay the mortgage had long since stopped caring for it. Long since stopped. Let me make a correction. I apologize. I can't say. The exterior of the home was spectacular. It was large with a 2-car attached garage. The siding and roof were in good condition. The bank had maintained the lawn, and to anyone driving by it, it looked like any other house once the bank owned for sales. I'm sorry. The bank had maintained the lawn, and to anyone driving by, it looked like any other house once the bank owned for sale sign was removed. When he was laid off last year, Tom faced the reality that starting over at his age was not easy. Any job with a comparable salary to what he was making wasn't interested in him. The only opportunities that offered the chance to make close to what he was making were in sales, and he had no sales experience. When he applied at several car dealerships, the owner of one of them told it to him straight. No one wants to buy a car from a bald, overweight, middle-aged guy. This from a guy 10 years older than him with a fake tan and hair plugs dyed jet black. Fuck him, Tom thought as he walked back to his minivan and drove off. Having worked since he was 16 years old and saving as much as he could, Tom made a decision. He would take control of his own destiny. He would use his savings plus the small severance package he got to invest in real estate. He had seen enough infomercials on the topic during his many sleepless nights to think he had what it took to do it, if he could find the right place to start. 352 Steelmanville Road in Egg Harbor Township was the right place, or so he believed. He pulled into the driveway and sat there, staring at the home. It was the moment of truth, and he got out, then headed up the walkway about to enter for the first time. His heart raced, not knowing what he would find inside. What did someone just write? Oh, it just announced that I'm live. Anyway, not knowing what he would find inside. The rain had subsided and the freshly cut front lawn was bright green. It was a good sign, and it instilled in him a sense of confidence. When he stepped up onto the covered front porch, he saw a stack of newspapers. Apparently, no one ever canceled their delivery. He had a tendency to overthink things and stared at the pile, trying to remember the last time he actually read a printed newspaper. He unlocked the front door and stepped inside. The air was stale, but there was no scent of mildew. He immediately tried the light switch, but no light came on, and he surmised the power was shut off. Unfamiliar with the interior of the home and what controlled what, he tried several more light switches, and nothing turned on. He knew he'd have to deal with that sooner than later, and also the gas, water, and whatever other utilities the house had. Before starting to make calls, he wanted to look around a bit. He pressed onward into the living room. He was surprised that the house was fully furnished. It looked as if it was still lived in, like the owner was about to appear and ask him why he was there. The furniture was in great condition, and there was an upright piano against the far wall of the living room. A large flat-screen television sat atop the fireplace. He knew times were tough, but why would someone just walk out and leave all this stuff behind? If they couldn't pay their mortgage, why wouldn't they sell the thousands of dollars of furnishings left behind? There could have been many reasons, but for some reason, the stuff was left behind, and he considered it a bonus. On the wall of the entryway hung a framed copy of the Lord's Prayer and a large wooden cross. Obviously a religious bunch, he thought. He then discovered a large Bible on the living room coffee table. It was the oldest looking Bible he had ever seen. Not one you would carry to church, but one of those family Bibles. Why they would leave that behind was a real mystery to him. There was a lot more of the house to explore, but since it was getting late on a Friday, he prioritized and started calling around to get the utilities turned on. Fortunately, the gas and water were still working, and all that was required was a copy of some of his title documents to transfer the utilities to his name. He was able to snap a photo with his phone and email them. Simple. Atlantic City Electric needed the same information, and he was pleasantly surprised to be told the power would be restored in a few hours. The most frustrating step in the process was the cable company. A series of never-ending automated phone prompts until he finally got through to an actual person, and he was told it would take 10 days. He didn't care about the cable since he really didn't watch television. It was Wi-Fi he needed as soon as possible. He was hungry and figured rather than wait there, he would go grab a bite to eat and hopefully return to a house with lights. As he headed for the front door, he grabbed the Bible, Lord's Prayer, and cross, believing that leaving them here could offend any potential buyers. Once on the front porch, he picked up the stack of left-behind newspapers and, together with the religious items, carried them all with him to the trash. As he threw the items in the large bin by the garage, he felt a bit of remorse seeing the Bible fall apart as it landed inside. "Sorry," he said aloud, "but that's the day and age we live in." He justified his actions, believing that if a potential buyer was not a Christian and saw the items in the house, it might be a turnoff. If they were a Christian, they wouldn't know if they were gone, and it wouldn't matter. Either way, since the items seemed to be of little or no value to anyone besides those that had put them there, removing them was a wise business decision. That's it tonight. So what'd you think? How's it sound? What did you think of the style? Ms. Fernandez says, I already love this book. Les says, me too, LOL. What the hell's the LOL about? How dare you?
I love it. Not that you asked my opinion.
What'd you think so far?
It's awesome.
Well, you know what I like about doing this? In the movie, you can't know certain things going on in Tom's mind. But, I mean, I speak out loud the movie. I document everything because it's supposed to be on surveillance cameras. But there's going to be so many details in this that are going to be written instead of said like they were in the movie, like frustration, fear, different things going on in the house. So that's why it's so much fun to write. So. Oh, Cheryl has somebody said they had emailed me just when I came on that said they had a little problem with the Fire app. They fixed the Fire app, but it's saying they had to subscribe to watch. And when they tried to subscribe again to watch, the app told them they're already subscribed, but she can't use the TV app. She can't log in. She can't resubscribe. She called Amazon. They told her she is subscribed and that they need to contact me. I mean, I will try and get it fixed. I'll forward this to the developer, but I know other people are watching it. And if Cheryl, if you're watching, I would, since it was only May, that's 3 months ago, I would honestly ask them for a refund. I would cancel my, contact them, cancel my account, ask for a refund, and then see, because I haven't had that reported anywhere else. But you shouldn't be paying for something you're not getting. Although you do say that occasionally when I'm watching movies on Fire Stick, I'll give the app another try, and it always says the same thing. I don't know if you mean mine or someone else's. God, is that you sneezing? Huh?
Yeah.
Do you have a napkin? Oh my God, take that napkin off the table. That sounded like... That sounded...
Be quiet.
Oh my God, it wasn't quiet.
I'm
It sounded
sorry.
like juice.
Ew.
Yeah, ooh, you. Oh my God, it's happening again, people. I'm here. It's happening again. Stop it, Hal. Oh my God. I'll see. This won't let me play that. And you're over there laughing after you've just grossed everybody that could hear it. Could you hear it? It sounded like oatmeal was coming out of her nose. God. Let me see. It did, Holly. It was disgusting. Don't tell me to stop it. Here, let me. All right, this is 35 minutes long, so I'm not going to make you watch this whole thing, but let me see if I can. How do I get the hell out of this? All right, there. That shrunk it down. Let me take this over here. Shrink it down a little.
All right, go in.
You're going in now after you just vomited out of your nose? Oh, my God. Here, folks, I'm going to show you some of the other night. I'll let it play while I'm talking here. Share screen, window, this. Are you laughing at yourself? Huh?
Yes.
You're still laughing at the vomiting?
Yes. What's the problem?
This is what I shot on our stormy night there night. I'm trying to say, I'll let this play, but I'll sit here and keep talking to you. Always make me cry laughing so hard, Miss Marcica said.
I'm sorry.
I mean, Ms. Fernandez said. Did you see that lightning? A little bit popped up there?
Oh.
There was a cool streak that went across that I might have captured. Now, so you guys know, thank you, Nick. So you guys know, I was sitting inside the van with the side door open and the camera on it. There, that was a cool one. The camera on a tripod. Nick said while you were having your episode, he had to pull a bucket over and vomit.
Oh, thanks. That's nice. I'm going in. Tell him he's never going to be one of your lives.
Yes, you will.
No, I won't.
Trina says, no, I want more Holly.
No. I'm done.
All right, Nick, I lied. I used you as a victim. Nick's making sure I tell you that he did not say that, damn it. So I'm hoping we see some. This thing is 30 minutes long, like I said. I'll even keep playing, but I'm still sitting here the whole time reading your comments and talking. There was a really neat lightning bolt that went. Trina says she wants a Holly live stream. Well, tomorrow morning, if you guys are awake at around 9 a.m., we're doing a Cousin Dorothy trip. So we'll broadcast live from the car. Today we had the weirdest weather. It was raining and all, but not thundering and lightning. This was thunder and lightning, and they threatened us like saying it was going to be Armageddon, which it never was. Can you see my mouse on the screen when I move it? Because I'll point some things out if you can. Yeah, I know you can because I can say it. You see this black spot right here? What that is there's a bush I put out front that was I put in a pot and it grew. That's how tall it's grown. I'm adjusting the position on the camera here. Now, the fact that it's a little unlevel here, when I go to edit this and use it in the film, I can fix that. And the house will be bigger. But I was keeping it wide because I want to capture some good lighting. That was good. I don't know if the frame rate of the camera was moving fast enough to capture this bolt of lightning that goes across the screen here. How far are we into this? 4 minutes? I think it occurred a little later than that. It, just so you know, it came across here like this, if we happen to say it. I adjust the camera a couple times. I adjust the settings on the camera. And at one point, towards the end of this, I turn the lights out front so that you see nothing until lightning illuminates the whole front lawn. All right. Well, tomorrow about 9. We'll start when we're on the road. So we'll probably be on the road about 8:45 to get up there at 9:30. At least she didn't ask for Neutrogena rapid wrinkle repair this time. Oh, that thing on the left was that's the door of the van. And that was my light on the phone. That's where I made an adjustment to the camera. And I'm moving it so that it doesn't show the door of the van. Now I'm hoping, because I zoomed in here a little bit, I'm hoping that doesn't cut out the lightning bolt. I know it's you're expecting something to jump out at you or walk across there, but that doesn't happen. So I guess this was Wednesday night? No, that was last night. This would have been Monday or Tuesday. I keep there. Oh, that was pretty good. But that wasn't the lightning bolt I was talking about. I'm thinking that the chances are that the frame rate of the camera wasn't enough. Here I'm making some adjustments. So that's why you see the color changing. But I'm thinking that the frame rate, there I went back to auto. The frame rate might not capture the lightning bolt. But there were 2 lightning bolts. We'll let this play and see if we see any excitement. It never did get up to a full-blown storm here. Was that? Hang on. I don't mean to do this to you, folks. Did that show the lightning bolt? I backed it up just a little bit. That was it. but you can't see the lightning bolt. Sorry. Good night. I might be able to. Here, I'm fast forwarding some. I saw the lightning bolt, but again, I might be able to slow down the frame rate when it's on the computer. But let's see. There's up here where I turn out the lights. All right. Here's where I turn out the lights. Now this has a pretty good lightning flash. There you can hear some thunder. But you'll be able to see here, there's only a couple minutes left in this. And when you see it, you should see the whole house light up. That little white dot over here is actually through the woods to my neighbor's yard. They have a light out there. I want you to see there's this one good flash of light. It's coming up. It must be, I'm just making sure the counter's moving. Because I stopped filming right after this. Because I figured I wasn't going to get anything better than that. I know the suspense is killing you. God, I'm sorry, people. I didn't edit this at all. This is the raw footage. There it is. Wasn't that cool? That wasn't worth waiting for, was it? But I thought, let me see if I can pause it on there. That's too far. There. Oh, shit. Shit. I paused the wrong thing. Hang on. Oh, shit. I screwed it up. Anyway. We reply to Cheryl here. So are you, who was that? Was that Sable? Sable. I figure how that shot would be great is if I edit it together where the house is there and then the lights go out and then that lightning blast comes on. I don't know what I'm going to do. So what have you all been up to? Oh, here we go. Come here. You want to say hi to everybody? You want to say hi? Come on up. Come on up. You want me to pick you up? Here's the good girl. Well, she was a little sassy today. Her and her brother were fighting. Sable gets to go to Cousin Doherty's tomorrow too, don't you, Sable? You want to get down? Or you want to hang out here with everybody? Look at yourself. Why is it you bark at every dog on screen, but you don't bark at yourself? Uh-huh. She says, "Get off of me, you fat bastard! How dare you!" What collector set? I've been writing and saving. Well, you've been writing me. You've been emailing to ask what collector set? The DVD set? I don't know what you're talking about. For sure. How do I pronounce that? Idoji? Idoji, if you're talking about the Blu-ray set, I think they're available. It's on there now, isn't it? Let me look. Are you in the United States? I know. She does take years off my life. I laugh because I'm always like, she makes me seem like such a, like I so disappointed her. A doji, here's the, if you back up here, here's the Bad Ben site. And if you go to shop the Bad Ben store, this is the different things like the t-shirts we're doing. If you're in the United States, this red copy is what you want to order. If you're in well, you said, will the collector set be around ever again? Yeah, they'll be around. Now that the 12 films come up, things have kind of slowed down, so they'll be there. Thank you, Origami. But if you're in the United States, you want to order the red set. If you're in the United Kingdom or Canada, order the blue set because that price includes shipping. Yeah, this is what happens. Here, let me tell you how healthy an 87-year-old eats, okay? She wants tomatoes, which she pronounced tomatoes, milk 1%, like it matters at 87. Fresh fruit, pudding, but not chocolate, because she says chocolate pudding gives her the shits. Dial Gold 8 bars of soap and honey buns. There's, I mean, fruit, I guess, is kind of so no, the face cream's not this week. Last week was the you want to come up? Come on. Do you want me to lift you up here? You're such a handful tonight. The Neutrogena was last week. $1% milk for the taste? Why not get, regular milk is only 4% fat. So it's not like if you drank, I don't know, if you drank a gallon, it might make a difference of a pound in you. You see yourself on TV? Sable, you're standing right on my boy parts. That Neutrogena Rapid Wrinkle Repair is $34. And I'll tell you what, it would be like the White Star Line contacting me and saying, can you pick up some black paint for the Titanic? I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. Are you going to lay here comfortably? I'll hold your legs so you don't slide off. Miss Holly already went inside. She was out here and she started blowing up. Her nose was blown up. Let me tell you something Cousin Darty does. When I pick her up a box of strawberries, she says, can you pick me up too? Because I cut them up. And when I set everything up to cut them up, setting everything up to cut up just one box is a lot of work. So if I had two boxes, I'd cut them all up. So I come in there with a box of strawberries, but it was a big box, like double the size of the regular small box. And she says, ow, we're back to one box. And I said, that's twice the size of one box. She's so sassy. So that's what we're doing tomorrow morning. Going grocery shopping for Cousin Darty. Sable and Archer and Howie come along. Sable and Archer and Howie stay in the car while I go inside and pick up Darty's items. We had Popeye's chicken for dinner, by the way, if anybody cares. Now, we're kind of going to a new place open called Twist. It's an ice cream store and pretzel place. And we kind of... You're welcome, Hogan. Thank you. And we're kind of... that better not be a tick behind your ear. What is that, Sable? Oh, it must have hurt, whatever it was. Let me put you down, baby girl. Oh. We had been getting KFC, and I wish we did get KFC. Okay. But I decided to switch it up. I do like their, I call them, it's red beans and rice, Popeyes. So today I did a little of the setting up for the Bad Barbie. We're working on that. Friday night, again, I hope you all join me. Saturday night at 10 p.m. We're going to screen Bad Ben right here. And I'll put a post up on Facebook so you know, and you'll get notified. You should all follow the YouTube channel. I think it's called Nigel Bach Productions. What you guys are in there, all you YouTube guys, is that what it's called? Or is it called Bach Productions or at Nigel Bach Productions? I don't know. So we got that. And then that'll be it. Tomorrow morning we'll go out. We'll do her shopping. We'll take it to her. We should be home by like 10:30, 10:15, 10:30. And then I'll be back to work for you. Just Nigel Bach? Are you sure? Are you sure? Let me look over here. Oh, that's this one. Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Mine says Nigel Bach Productions. This is what my YouTube listing shows. YouTube slash. I thought I set it up as Nigel Bach. Now, if I go to YouTube slash Nigel Bach, it says if I go, look, let me show you here. This is what, if you can see at the top here, that's youtube.com/Nigel Bach. Let me see what happens if you put an ad there. Still says it. But if you put at Nigel Bach Productions, that takes you to the Nigel Bach channel. Look at that, wrestling and World Trade Center. So anyway, whatever. So I'm going to stay on here till 10 p.m. And like I've been telling you, Saturday night, tomorrow morning we'll do Cousin Darty run. Tomorrow night I'll be on again at 9. Saturday night we'll be on at 10, but we'll put an announcement up so you guys will know to tune in and watch. And tonight I read you an excerpt from Bad Ben, the novel, and you guys gave me positive feedback. Nobody said kill yourself. And I put a new transformer out front to get the walkway lights working again. And I went to replace one of the light fixtures that I broke weed whacking. And I can no longer get it with the little bulbs. They're LED, and it's like 20 times as bright. It's exciting, I know. And I've got for the first time tonight, you guys can't see it, but I'll set it up where you'll be able to. I've got the camera out front. maybe we'll take Bad Barbie, the star of the next film, and we'll put her next to the ghost meter, and see if we get any readings. Sable wants to go to bed. She's bugging me. Well, peeps, I've kind of run out of anything to talk about tonight, so I am going to shut down now. But tomorrow morning, be around about 9 a.m., and we'll be on live going to Cousin Doherty's, God willing, if the internet's working for us. So I thank you for spending some time with me tonight. Thanks for the feedback on the book, and we'll talk again soon. See you. Love you. Bye.